chance to try it again. Starting me over right where it began.
It's pretty boring, isn't it? This existence. Might as well not take fear off the table.
All right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. On the Ravens sideline, a look at their head coach. These guys enjoyed a win at home to begin the season, now facing their first road test here. Facing off with him here, Sean McDermott, head coach of the Buffalo Bills. These guys also able to start the season with a win, so somebody's going to leave here with a 2-0 record after this one. Kate Scott, joined by my partner Brock Hewer. It's going to be Tyler Loop to get us started. And we're off on EA Sports. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by one of the faces of this sport, Brock, a one-of-one quarterback who graduated from humble beginnings in Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. Allen now on first down. That one's cut along the left sideline. He's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. First down now, ball at the 33. Now Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Third and long for him here. He's going for it himself. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Fourth down, here's Allen. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. So they hit him for 5 yards on fourth down, and they get the successful conversion. Working inside the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be second down. Back to the air, Allen. Setting up the screen. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away.
With how well they were eating up yards and first downs, you know that kicker wanted to come out for a PAT. But he'll take a field goal, and he'll take 3.
This makes it up to the 25. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
And even if he's still pretty early in his career, we know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You're getting more comfortable in the role. And as he goes forward, he tries to learn to take something away from each and every one of these moments.
Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. First down run, now gives him 5, now 2nd and 5.
Ready! Randall 80! Ready!
Back-to-back carries here. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You want to drain some of the excitements of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Ready, check!
First and 10 now.
70 Lions! Ready!
They're going play action. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Let's go now! 60 Eagles! 60!
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Go! 60 Bison! 60 Bison! Let's go!
Right up the gut. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80!
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Nice, go!
2nd down, looking for options. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he stops, give him about 7 on the play, and give his offense a 1st and goal.
That's another Baltimore first
Ready,
down.
ready!
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Ravens pull ahead 6-3 in the first. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays. But when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return starts at the 9. Good work so far. He's got room. And he's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Play action now. Allen finds him on the crossing route. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throwing catches, I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of one. So they'll get to scheme about this third down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of one. 7-3 is our score. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They'll have an easy 3rd and 1. On the sneak, it's Allen. And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
You know what? It's a pretty doggone impressive feat of strength to hold the line against a sneak, even when you know it's coming.
Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. Trying to push this past the marker. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run, and the reward is they get off the field.
Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Airing it out to start this drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? Yeah. And I look at it through those optics so much. It's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm. There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
3rd down from the gun. He has the first over the middle. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Ravens
from the red zone on first. He's caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Cougar 19! 19!
Sticking to the air here. Catch is made in close. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now lead by 10. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point sails through good. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11.
Bills 3.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. It's a 14-3 ball game as they take over following the score. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Allen on the play action. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Second down, Allen throwing again. Connecting on a slant. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Short side option here. He's running left. Not a whole lot to speak of here, partner. 2-yard gain at most at second down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Allen on third and short. That's caught for the first. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Throwing now on first down, Allen. Short pass brought in. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Coming to the line, this is first and 10. Allen going to throw again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this fight good enough to gain about 4. It's third down. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. They'll throw, 3rd and long. That one connects. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills make it a 1-score game before halftime. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. Right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up second down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
19. Ready.
Again to throw on second. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
On the ready.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Ready. 70 line. Let's go.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Allen. Looking slant route, complete. And he is tagged right as he brings that one in, Brock. A solid gain right up towards that midfield stripe. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He completes it in traffic. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up. To the air again, Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Allen on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond Parker. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
On 1st down, Allen. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. Buffalo calls it 2nd timeout of the half. Bringing the offense up to the line, 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. This one's caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get some late points and the lead. Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Bills push their lead to 3.
Bills 17, Ravens 14.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Ravens offense to the field for the final drive of this first half. And normally they'd need their sap, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds him on the slant. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Ready.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Pass play now. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Cut 19.
They're throwing it. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills might be able to get some points late after the interception. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
The Bills take over.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. It is cut left side. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on 1st down. He was good on his first attempt and his second from a little over 45 here. Santos' kick is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
And with that one, you're going to see some salty, foul moves in that locker room. You hate all turnovers, but that one led to 3 points, and you hate those even more.
And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, because this one goes for a touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Let's go now. Nothing, not hiking, 18. Ready, ready. Ready, ready.
He's back to throw. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And he swats that deep shot away, but he better not celebrate just yet. Looks like his contact drew a flag. They may still get this yardage. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down.
A 25-yard attempt.
Oops, knocks it through. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Our trip through the NFL starts now. In the Windy City, the Bears at home to take on the Eagles. And this is Trey Tucker. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. 77 yards for the touchdown. The Bears are in the win column. They win it in front of the home faithful and move to 1-1. From there, we go to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Let's check in on the Chargers as they host the Cleveland Browns. And here is Ladd McConkey. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Chargers are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Lastly, let's go to MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants taking on the Cowboys. And it's Dak Prescott. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Cowboys get their first win of the year, and they had to earn it, too. They get the road victory. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these 2 sides through 2 quarters. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. New set of downs for them from the 31. They go play action on first down. He's got a man left. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Pirates, let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
Talking back to throw. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On first down, they'll run. And they're full steam ahead, but ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They're going to throw out of the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
77-1. Ready.
To the air on third and long. Throw left side, complete. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Come on. Hit. 18 Cardinal.
He keeps this one himself. And that zone read goes backwards, Brock. They hand him a loss of 5. That big run, the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Hits his running back. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Throwing from the gun. Bails out of the pocket quick. Dumped off to his running back.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
He's going to throw it again. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Here's Luke for the point after. Good on the extra point attempt. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead.
Ravens 24, Bills 20.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. First down throw for Allen. Caught out left. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Running for the marker on second. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
46-yard line.
Another carry for him. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
It's Allen out of the pistol. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's third down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
Allen on third down. He has the first over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Bills have a first down. New set of downs for them. It starts at the 38. Throwing now on first down. Allen completed to his running back. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Allen to the air. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call pretty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Allen gonna throw again. Brought in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Man in motion, headed right. Allen setting up play action. All in left side. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Rob, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Bills push their lead to 3.
Bills 27, Ravens 24.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Baltimore running its offense out now. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just serves it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Let's go.
They'll run here on first down. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Hot 70, hot 70.
2nd and 10. Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Mustang night. Back. Gravity Lions. Ready. Hut.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He's got it inside the 25. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 4th quarter lead.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead.
31.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. He's going to field this at the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Setting him on the dive. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Put the body on the line for his team. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field. Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
He's trying to go deep again. What a clutch play late. He intercepts it. Nate Wiggins has got it. So we'll get it inside the 45-yard line before the return goes out.
Coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. So 1st down from the 41.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, nice, go.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's brought down after a short gain. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its time.
Some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Go. 19, 18. Ready.
Here's the handoff. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Now, just before the 2-minute warning can hit, Brock, whistles and a timeout taken by this defense.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Ready, ready. Randall 80. Cup 19, Cup 19.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Looking slant route complete. And he goes down, so they're set up with a nice 1st and goal as we've reached our 2-minute warning.
Ready up. Here we go, here we go. Gotta be lying.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11.
Bills 27. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Has this at the 6. The Bills set to take over offensively. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
That's essentially the back-and-forth nature of this game that we all love. Defense is just infused with confidence. Back-to-back possessions, taking it away, and offensively, boy, you just feel like you're killing your team right now. You got to protect the football.
The Ravens trotting out their offense. And Brock, they're in a spot where they can just kneel this thing out, even though the one timeout does remain defensively. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Steady.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And he can't escape, Brock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They're going to pass it here. Throwing for the back of the end zone. This one is knocked away. A potential touchdown prevented. And now the offense has to make a long walk back to the line for 3rd down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
The lead looks safe, but the Pedals staying down. They're going for this.
Deputy! Cougar 19! Ready!
They're going to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. New set of downs for them from the 31. On 1st down, Allen dumps it off to his running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry-up. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Trying to push deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
319!
Now to throw. That's the line he's going to run for it. Oh, Allen loses it. But it looked like a member of the Bills was able to get to that one, so possession remains with them.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they get up and get it spiked. 17 ticks left. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Allen. Finds a man, right side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And they can be proud of their exploits down the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Buffalo.